Everybody, Kimberly Maska here, your fearless leader in spiritual biz success. And there was an interesting post in here the other day that I thought I'd address. So I think this is a common issue for so many of you out there. But she wrote that she loves to teach and she has all this information, which I know is so true of all you spiritual entrepreneurs out there, you light workers that have all this incredible information that you have like bubbling up inside of you, and you want to be able to share it, but you have so much information that you want to share that you just can't find the time to do it. And not only can you not find the time, you're not even sure how do you get it out there. And then there's the age-old problem of how do you find your tribe? Who are the people that you're going to be serving? And it creates all this overwhelm and this kind of frustration internally. And I see it so often, even with the clients that join Spiritual Biz Bootcamp. They have so much information. They're like, what do I do with it? So I know it's a very common problem that people see, and it's actually a fantastic problem to have because you have all this content and knowledge. But now the big issue is like, how do we get it out there and how do we share it? How are you able to take all the years of experience and the years of information that you've either downloaded, received from source, have learned through the process, and how do you teach it? How do you get it out there so that you can change lives? Because if you have this amazing information, as cool as it is, if it's not out there and people aren't learning from it and you aren't changing lives, it doesn't do anyone any good. That's that being selfish part where I say don't be selfish because you have this information. If you've had it, you've received it from source, you have gone through the life experiences that have given you this incredible information, it's your duty to actually get out there and share it. That's why you received it. That experience that you had that caused your spiritual awakening, it happens because you're supposed to share it. You're supposed to share that story and share the outcome. So now how do you do that? How do you get rid of the overwhelm of taking all the information and being able to serve? Well, it's kind of a big thing, but I'll give you a little tidbit here because what's really what we do in Spiritual Biz Bootcamp is this whole process of uncovering all of this information and being able to use it to serve. But the key is to serve. So when you can figure out how you can take that information and truly help someone, help them solve a problem, help them with something that's really bothering them, that is keeping them from their joy, that's keeping them disconnected from source. When you can figure out what that thing is that's keeping them disconnected from source, and then you can show them how to tap into themselves, be the catalyst for their change, use the information that you've learned either through experience or books or however you've gotten it, downloads from source, however you receive that information, take it and use it to serve. So you have to say, how can I serve the best? How can I help someone at the highest level? Because what happens a lot of time is we have so much information that we kind of piecemeal it out and then it doesn't really serve. Or the worst part is when we take this amazing information and we give it to someone who's not ready to hear it. Have you ever done that with your family? We all know what that's like, right? We have all this amazing information and we give it to our families and they're like, huh? And they don't want to hear it. So you have to make sure your tribe is ready to hear you. Who is that tribe? Who has this thing, this issue, this pain point that you're solving? And so you have to take all the information that you have, all the modalities that you've learned, all the life experiences that you've been through so that you can teach. And you have to bring it into a compact little box, I'll call it. You have to put it all in one little space and say, how can this information truly serve someone? And that's how you're going to organize your thoughts, because it can be overwhelming. You have so much information and so many experiences. It's like, what do I do with it all? I have clients that have been channeling and doing channeled written messages for decades. And they're like, what do I do with this information? Now, in that case, we put it together into a book. But it's really about how do you take it and really use it to serve. So start with that premise. How am I serving at the highest level? How can I help someone who's totally disconnected from source find their path again to source so that they can become whole and live the life that they're supposed to live? And when you look at the thing that you're going to solve for them, then you back into all the information that you have, all the experiences that you've been through, that you've gone through to learn how to reconnect with source. And you've gone through those to learn so that you can teach. So when you start to look at how do you package that, look at how can you serve at the highest level? How can you truly, truly help someone so that you can transform their lives? Because if you're not transforming someone's life, you're not giving them the right information. You're giving them pieces and tidbits, which is what happens a lot with spiritual entrepreneurs, is that you guys have so much information, you kind of start doling it out, but you haven't thought through how are you going to really serve. That's the key. That's the key of what we teach in Spiritual Biz Bootcamp is you have to really be able to serve and help someone so that they can have a transformative experience. Because if you aren't transforming someone's life, you're not really helping them. You have to see a massive change in them so that they're like, wow, my life is completely different. And when you begin to learn to package your information this way, then you're going to have incredible results with incredible clients, and then you're going to get incredible referrals because they're going to be like, this was the coolest thing ever. I had such a transformational experience with this individual, which would be you. They're going to be telling their friends, and their friends are going to be like, how did you do that? Who were you working with? And then they're going to want your information as well. So again, you're going to take all the information that you've experienced and learned and studied, and you're going to package it in a way that transforms somebody's life. And when you can do that, that is when the clients also just show up, because being able to transform it in the highest level of serving is when it's going to help you find your clients. So if you're struggling with clients or you're overwhelmed with all the information you have, just think about how are you going to truly serve these people. And when you can really dial in who you're serving and how you're serving, that's when you've nailed it. And that's exactly what we teach in Spiritual Biz Bootcamp. You guys see the testimonials in here. It is truly transformational. We show you how to serve at the highest level and how to create the life of your dreams, because you can't do it alone, guys. You really can't. It's such a struggle to do it. What you need is you need to have a community that is going to share that process with you so that you can learn how to do this right, how to really serve. Because again, you've had those experiences because you're supposed to share them. You're supposed to share them in the highest light and in the way that you're going to truly transform people's lives. So let me just see if there's any questions over here. Say hi to a few people. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl's a bootcamp graduate. Teresa's on our team. Emily Potter, how are you? And let's see, Sylvia. Hello, Terry. And then truly great insights. Thank you, Emily. And see, Will Walls, how's it going? Courtney, how's Courtney? Courtney just graduated from bootcamp too. Courtney was awesome. Courtney had no business when she started, and she now has clients fairly consistently. And so that's what's really awesome. She was able to take no business into a business, but she had the courage and the strength to do it. And that's all it takes, guys. And being able to learn how to serve at the highest level and taking those experiences and have an amazing time with your clients and transformative experience. So Spiritual Biz Bootcamp, if you're curious, actually you're not curious, you need to be serious. You need to be serious about the transformation that you want to create for your clients. You want to truly serve. You serve by having a business, and you serve by knowing exactly how to help them. So there's a link above here. Click on it, spiritualbizsuccess.com. Watch our free training. And then if you're so inclined, you book a call with our team so that you can finally change your life, make a huge difference on the planet, and really serve to the highest level. So, all right, guys, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video.